Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel, and today we're going to be heading out to my least favourite track, Circuit Paul Ricard. As you can see, our chassis is failed and we're actually going to have some rain in qualifying. I think this is our first bit of rain this season, so interesting. But yeah, this is my least favourite track. I absolutely despise it. I think I'm fully incapable of going quick around this track. But we'll see how it goes. I'm going to buy this minor engine upgrade, and can't quite buy that, but we will definitely by the end of the race. So yeah, let's just get straight into qualifying.
Welcome to qualifying for this weekend's French Grand Prix. The teams are making their last-minute adjustments before the lights go green and the fight for pole position gets underway. So, could be a tasty one today then, Ants. We've got all the ingredients, that's for sure. Treacherous conditions, an ever-changing racetrack, and one or two cars just behind the pace setters who maybe, just maybe, fancy a bit of an upset after a good performance from them in free practice.
And the question has to be, of course, what is that circuit going to look like in 10 to 15 minutes from now? If you think the rain's going to get worse, then you have to be straight out when the lights go green to find whatever grip you can. But if it eases off, then you're better off waiting, saving the tyres, and going out at the perfect moment. The other thing that comes with these conditions? Traffic, and the lack of visibility that comes from sitting in the spray. It's going to be a constant problem, and I expect to see a lot of frustrated drivers with ruined laps out there today.
Okay, so qualifying, it was raining and I went out quite late actually. As you can see here, I was running wide and you can see my back end sliding quite a bit. It was really quite difficult in this first lap to keep the back end in and trying to keep it in. And when I say I went out late, by the end of the first lap, it's so close to the end of the session, but I just managed to sneak in one more lap with 2 seconds left before the end of the session. And you can see I was almost 5 seconds off the pace in that first lap, which is just awful. But by the end of the second lap, I set the quickest first sector, which would just surprise me so much, and I crossed the line 1.5 seconds faster than my last lap time, and I still qualified last. I set the quickest first sector and I still qualified last. And you can see Gasly actually did quite well. He got P8. I know it's only Q1, but still. And we're just completely off the pace. So like I said, incapable of going fast. But yeah, let's just go right into the race.
Hello and welcome to the Circuit Paul Ricard, current home of the French Grand Prix, an event dating all the way back to 1906. It's been held at many venues over the years, with famous moments from Dijon and Manicourt the feature of many a highlights reel. And let's hope we see more of those in the race today. The Circuit Paul Ricard then, a 3.6 mile track, 25 miles east of Marseille. 15 corners here, 6 to the left and 9 to the right, with the main overtaking chance expected going into turn 8. Top speeds today should be around 205 miles per hour. And it's an absolute pleasure to be joined once again by Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Bern. They're starting towards the back of the field today in a car that is fast, so they'll be disappointed, won't they?
It's not a nice feeling, I promise you. They've got a quick car underneath them, but they've got onto the grid today and they need a pair of binoculars to see the start lights. They'll be desperate for a good start to make up for some of that deficit.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Vettel, Valtteri Bottas, and Faber, Albon, Butler, Magnussen, and Daniel Ricciardo, Perez, Gasly, Kimi Raikkonen, and Grosjean. Sainz, Norris, Lance Stroll, and Robert Kubica, Russell, and Byrne. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
You're lower on the grid than we wanted. See to it that we improve throughout the race.
I will do, Jeff, I will do. But I've just remembered I haven't changed my MGU H or turbo, so that's going to be quite difficult. But anyway, here we go. This race is going to be awful. Alright, here we go. 5 red lights. And we're off for the French Grand Prix. And we just got an awful start. You can see here, yeah, the engine is ruined. For all I know, but it could just go in the middle of the race and we could DNF this race. But we actually make a move on Russell there. Look to get Kubica, but can't quite. Make a dive for him here as well, but he's holding it in on that left hand side of me there. But I make it through on him and actually go for Norris as well, as we go side by side with him. He is our in-game rival at the moment, so this will add to that. It looks like I'm swerving to cut off Kubica. I only realise that now, but I'm just trying to get in the slipstream of Norris. But here we go, late on the brakes. It's definitely my favourite turn, but I did knock Norris quite a bit there, but it wasn't intentional. It was just sort of like I'm turning in and I just completely forgot he was there. But yeah, so we're up into P17 on that first lap, and now moves later on in that lap, and Norris just comes up, almost takes us out, but he ends up taking himself out. Here's a replay for you. Now, I don't know, you could say I cut across him, like that I ran wide and cut across him, but I did turn in before he was up the inside of me, so technically he should have seen me coming in, and he crashed. But you can see my engine's awful now, but Kubica goes up our inside. We tried to hang around, but he's locked up, he's ran us wide, come back on the track, make contact with Norris, almost took what he did to us and spin ourselves out. And we have to return the position to Kubica, because apparently it was an illegal overtake, which it just was not, because he ran me off. And I just came back on the track. So, and he's in last place now, and so I've had to drop back to last place. And you can see by the end of lap 4, I'm just out of this race completely, because the engine is so awful at this point. I can't keep any sort of pace on these guys. And that's just completely ruined my race, that dumb thing. But Sebastian Vettel's actually out, and there's a VSC out, and there he is. Yep, engine failure. I was hoping for a full course safety car, as you always would in a situation like this, because it would just help me out a lot to get me back in the race. But alas, there is no safety car for me. But yeah, see lap 7. I'm actually P13. That's just because everyone's pitted. And if you have a keen eye, you will realise at the start of the video, I was set to pit lap 6, and the reason I'm pitting lap 7 is because I just said screw it, and I was like, I'll try and overcut on some people, and I'll see if it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it does, it does. And as you can tell, it hasn't. And
Exit now.
normal Toro Rosso slow pit stops, and yeah, we really need to work on this pit stop in the next contract negotiation.
You'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
Okay, shut up, Jeff. So we're completely out of this race at this point, but at least we're not 20th, I
This
guess.
is your final lap of the race.
But now we're here, final lap of the race. It's quite the fall from grace, isn't it? And you can see I'm just messing up. But P4 now to, you know, effectively last. It's just no good. It's my least favourite track. We had an awful engine. It's my fault. I can't blame the team or anything. It was entirely my fault. We've done awful this race. It's now Charles Leclerc has won the French Grand Prix, and we are going to come home in P19. At least we went up one position. Yay.
Well, that's a disappointing result for sure, but we'll try to bounce back at the next one.
Well, what a drive that was to take the win for Ferrari today. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
Well, tyre management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint. over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
Ferrari are at it again, an excellent performance at today's Grand Prix, and they're certainly a team that know what they're doing out there. Let's have a look then at the drivers' standings. It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
Well, Lance Stroll would be my pick. He managed to keep a cool head today whilst pushing through the field.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Another team that will be satisfied with this Grand Prix is Alfa Romeo, whose good result moves them further up the championship. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
So once again, team hasn't got any points as Gasly didn't finish in the points. This race was just entirely my fault. I can't blame anyone for me doing bad. It was my fault. But anyway, thank you so much in this episode. If you somehow enjoyed it, be sure to like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.